20 years back, because I'm old, I went to Guatemala with a group of 25 folks to help a soccer club get set up in these communities with a mentoring program. And we built and restored some community soccer fields as well as some schools. And one of these areas was very well known for its gang activity. And one of the gang members must have seen our bus full of like 25 folks pull into the community because a call was made to the school principal asking her to pay for the protection of the gang. From what? Protection of the gang from the gang. So you have to pay the gang money to protect you from what the gang's going to do to you if you don't have their protection. That's like this circular reasoning kind of a thing. Well, this principal was a really bold woman, and she told them if they wanted the money, they can come and get it. And then she's like, bam, she hung up on them like that. Now we finished our project at the school for the day, and the gang never showed up. That was good. And we decided not to endanger the school or our lives with our ongoing presence there. We didn't take on any more projects there. Now, I've heard the gospel message given in such manner. Think about it. God wants to save you from what God will do to you if you don't ask God to save you. Like, is this good news really that awkward? Is this what it's all about? If we bring this theology down from the clouds down to earth, it becomes really absurd. Like, imagine that you owe a debt to the mafia that you didn't even know about. And then someone comes up to you and says, hey, you owe Knuckles $1 million. But I got good news. Knuckles' son, he's over here. He's willing to pay it off for you if you ask him. If not, Knuckles is going to come and break your legs. You might think, what is this? Like, is this some good cop, bad cop scheme? Well, I didn't think God was like the mafia, but I guess so, or not. Now, God gives some authority to these people. If you have like mafia mind in here, like God is like the mafia, then he gives authority over the apostles. If you forgive anyone's sins, they're forgiven. If you retain them, they are retained. Like, holy cow, you now have ultimate authority in the universe to control people's post-mortem destiny. It seems like a whole lot of power to be given to a small group of folks. It seems like maybe that they could use that authority to manipulate people into getting certain benefits. Good thing that's never happened in church history before. That was close. All right, I'm being a little bit facetious, but seriously, power corrupts, and absolute power corrupts absolutely. So it feels like in this passage, if you have mafia mindset, the mafia god now has these hitmen. And these are all like common modern interpretations of this moment, but they're absolutely blind to the problems created by these perspectives. So what's really going on in this moment? If it's not mafia god with his hitmen, what if this is a call to participate in what these disciples have just experienced? The extension of forgiveness in a restorative way. So this is not the consolidation of all of heaven's power into the hands of a few, but an invitation to a way of living that allows love to flow through you back into the world. So retaining sins then is not an authority given out to throw punishments at those you perceive who are worthy of them, but it's actually a warning of stopping the flow of forgiveness in the world. So like, if you are the people of forgiveness, if you don't do it, who's going to do it? You're the people who pray, Father, forgive us our debts as we forgive those in debt to us. Like, after all, that's what just happened to the disciples. They were confronted with their greatest failure, their wounded Messiah. They abandoned their Lord, and they were extended forgiveness. And now they have the opportunity to replicate that for the world. See, after you've failed miserably, you usually have an opportunity to meet humility that gives you an ability to build your life upon the bedrock of compassion. You're then more free to extend forgiveness because you're not out for vengeance all the time. And your sense of justice can be shaped by God's desire to restore that which is broken. And then you become a conduit, not only of forgiveness, but of justice in the world. And this is certainly a far cry from the mafia god and his hitman perspective.